Hey guys, welcome back to the Morning Mug. I'm John, your host. So today on the show, yes, we are live. Like I promised, Sunday night, we are here. So the topic tonight is going to be Philippines. Yes, the Philippines. Why am I talking about the Philippines? Well, I'll let you know why I'm talking about the Philippines. I'm thinking about moving down there in a few years, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and this, that, the other thing, and I'm actually married to a Filipino. So we're going to get into that and talk a little bit about that. Hopefully, you can join us and ask me some questions about this. But let's get started here. So, why the Philippines, you ask? Well, let me say, the culture is very enticing. Um, they're very family oriented people, just like back home in Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. Um, Everything is family. Um, Even though they come over here to work or whatever else, they never ever forget their families that they've left behind. Whether it be a mom, a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, whatever, right? They're always there to help out, and they're always sending money back to make sure that the people they did leave behind is taken care of. Um, I find that great. That's the kind of thing we should have here in Canada. Sadly to say, for the most part, we don't have that sort of culture here. Um, my mom said when I was very young that, you know, I'm not one to be with, like, how did she put it? She said if I was ever to get with somebody permanently, it would have to be from a foreign country because she could see that I had really I had interest, but there was no real good connection when it came to Canadian women. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a Canadian woman. They're just not for me. You know, that's not what I was looking for. There are some obstacles. There are some obstacles when you do decide to get with a Filipino, or for that fact, any other culture that's you know other than Canadian. Um, like when I first got with my wife, she thought when I was joking, she thought I was serious. And she would always say, "What do you say that for?" She didn't understand exactly what I was trying to put across. It was never a thing that I was trying to insult her. It was basically just a joke. Like my main thing when I go up to people and I'm talking to them, I usually look at them and instead of saying "Are you crazy?" I say "Are you on crack?" or something like that. She took that very badly, and I learned that the hard way. Um, but it was nothing. I didn't mean to say it like she was on crack because believe me, she doesn't drink, she doesn't do drugs or anything like that. And I knew that, and she should have known that I was just joking because every time I say it, I was laughing at her. But she took it serious, right? The other thing was talking in slang. Oh my good lord. Good luck being a Newfie or a Nova Scotian, and you're trying to explain something to a Filipino. They'll never get it. Believe me, they never will, and you might as well just stop, right? Um, there are ups and downs with any relationship. There might be a few. I think the biggest thing is communication within a relationship, and I mean, me and my wife, we seem to have it and thrive. We do good when we're communicating. Sometimes she thinks I get a little bit irritated or mad. I don't know why she thinks that because, I haven't been bad a day since we met, but that's just her. That's the way she thinks about things, right? The other reasons why I'd like to move to the Philippines, oh my God, everything is so much cheaper, guys. So much cheaper. I mean, we were out to Walmart tonight. We had to pick up our weekly groceries and stuff like that. What was it, $140 or something like that. And we really didn't have much. I looked at her and I said, God, I can't wait to go to the Philippines. What do you think this cart full of stuff would cost us? She said, well, maybe $50. And I believe her because we're in the process right now of redoing the home. Shout out to the guys that are down there if they're watching this live stream. Um, you guys are doing a phenomenal job uh, working on our apartment. It's great to have you down there and actually doing it. Um, Too bad we didn't have a little bit more money on the go right now, so we can keep you going. But that's hit and miss. Everything has to come to a stop for a while. Um, the other thing is, I'm up for the adventure when it comes to going to the Philippines. I've been in Canada most of my life, haven't really traveled. This is the first year I've actually got my passport, which is I can't wait to start using it. Um, get down and explore the countryside of the Philippines and things like that. Um, I mean, there's so many dialects down there. My wife speaks what's called Bisaya. I think that's what it's called. I'm not quite sure. Uh, that's what they speak, and basically it's a mixture of Spanish and a whole lot of other stuff mixed together. Basically slang. It's like slang, right? Newfoundlanders have their own dialect as well, but it's mostly made up of slang, right? Um, I think there's over 7,000 islands to explore. Um, I know for a fact I'll never get to explore all of them. I wish I could, but you mark my words, I'm going to explore a lot. Um, when I get to the Philippines, I'm also going to be doing a lot more. I don't know of live videos. I'm hoping to, because I want to be doing. Excuse me, doing a lot more videos with the Filipino people. They are so forthcoming and they're always pleasant and happy, and they throw off great energy when it comes to the camera. Um, I do not want to be getting down there and doing like everybody else does down there. Why did you marry a 20-year? So on and so forth. That that's their life. Let them do what they want. Basically, what I want to know is what it takes for um, foreign workers to go away and leave their families, and what kind of traumas and tribulations happened while they're away. Is it even worth going away and doing that job? What to make money? Is it worth it? Now, the horror stories that I've heard from certain people, it's not worth it. People get locked up in the rooms after their shift is over, not being allowed to be a human being. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Um, we did buy land in Batangas. We're looking in the future to build our home there. We also, like I said, have our apartment in Manila, which we are right now redoing. Um, and we're looking forward to getting down there and actually enjoying it. Well, I say 2 years. Well, it's going to take us that long to save up the money that we want, where we can feel comfortable and open up some sort of business in there that will sustain um, the kind of life that we want to have. Now, the wife, she wants to be able to keep our motorhome here and come back and forth, every 6 months. So basically, to be I don't know what they call winter vacation, whatever it is, away you go. I don't know what it's called. Um, but as I get older, I'm not going to want to come back all the time. Um, but I'm going to do it as long as I can. And when we do come back to Canada, I'm hoping to travel, not have to work. I don't want to be, you know, I get down there, I'm not going to be working. Well, that's a lie. I am going to be working because we're going to have a business. But when you have your own business, it's a lot different working for somebody else. So, that's the plan here, folks. That's the plan. Um, there again, why you say why don't I want to stay in Canada? It's not that I don't want to stay in Canada. Is that it's just that my dollar will go a longer distance if I'm in the Philippines. Um, Here in Canada, there's no way. in the world that I'm going to be able to buy a home with. And I know that. I'm 56 years of age. Um, there's nobody. I'm almost at the end of my work history. You know, 65, I'm done. Period. Right. There's nobody going to give me a mortgage at 65. Now in the Philippines, it's like I don't know the apartment we just done up. If we were to do everything we did in the apartment in Manila, it would have cost us probably I'm going to say 50, $60,000 easy. We didn't spend that, believe me, not even close. Um, but I mean, like I said, our dollar goes so much further down there than it does up here. There's a lot of other reasons I like to move there. Number one is my health. Um, from what videos I've watched, and believe me, guys, you can ask my wife. I probably know more about the Philippines than most of the Filipinos that live there, and that's the truth. You know, um, with the amount of videos that I actually do watch, yeah, there's a lot I've learned. You know, um, but one biggest thing I've learned there is the culture. The culture is no matter what, they're happy. And when you're happy around a bunch of people, that's a good thing. You'll be happy. When the people that are around you that you surround yourself with, is always happy. It makes you a happier person, and there's less stress. You know what I'm saying? There's a thing down there they call Filipino time. Um, I don't know if I'll ever get used to Filipino time. It'll probably irritate me once or twice. I know that before I get used to it. Uh, if, excuse me, if they look at you and say, I'll be right over, expect them the next day. Don't expect them the exact same day. That's Filipino time, right? But in a lot of aspects, I'm used to that sort of thing because back home in Newfoundland, where I grew up, and Nova Scotia, it's more of a laid back society. Um, and that's what I'm used to. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. Now, for the Philippines, otherwise, that is, I mean, their love for music, their love for family, it's a big, big thing to me. I love music. I think music is the bomb. It helps me get through a lot of what, you know, if I'm having a bad day, you shove my earphones on, you leave me alone for a half hour, an hour, I'm good. I'm laughing, ready to laugh and carry on again, right? Um, they down there have what's called karaoke. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I used to be able to sing. You can ask my mom that. I was actually a pretty good singer at my day, but I haven't sang for a while. Um, Other than that, guys, I'm just ready for a new chapter in my life, and the new chapter is going to be the Philippines. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. Hopefully, if you have any questions, you can leave them there in the comment box. I'll take a look at it later, and come and join me again next Sunday. We'll have another little chat like we just did. Hopefully, you can join me and leave me some comments there, and I can answer them back. Um, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, have a great night. God bless. Keep your loved ones close. Until next Sunday, guys. Oh, don't forget, I will be doing a couple one-on-one videos, not live, but one-on-one videos throughout the week. I plan on doing a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then obviously the Sunday live stream. Okay, guys. Like I said, have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.